Hi everyone, and welcome back to the final story, and I do mean final. This is it, the last one of the Big Finish stories made many years ago. So here we go, Series 3, Story 4, Wall of Darkness. Sapphire Steel arrive at a shopping arcade in Los Angeles, USA, and it is abandoned. Somewhere else, people are talking. Sapphire detects one shop is different, an echo of the time break. Sapphire is now in a prison as a visitor, then suddenly is back with Steel. Sapphire has no idea whose memories she just experienced. Meanwhile, elsewhere, a group of people are talking. Something sounds odd. Sapphire has another strange event. This time, a car crash. A man appears in a bookshop, a ghost of the past, and Sapphire feels they've both been in this shop before. Sapphire vanishes for a third time, but she is still where she was. Ruby is back, or is she? Steel has already witnessed their past investigations. Steel vanishes. Steel meets Jason and Miranda, and Steel finds out Los Angeles was destroyed in 2004, a 12-minute nuclear war. Sally, Justine, Russell, Jason, Miranda, the group of people who survived the war and all trapped together for 4 years. Steel starts to ask all of them questions. Jason seems to boss the others around. Steel is in a nuclear bomb shelter, and Sapphire seems to be back in the past when the arcade was open to shoppers. Steel visits the outside world, and indeed it's all gone, wiped away by the nuclear war. Sapphire meets Sally and Miranda. Russell appears, but how can he? He's in prison. Then he vanishes like a ghost. Sapphire speaks to Ruby on the phone and is told to look into a mirror. Sally talks to Miranda about losing her first son, Justine. Sapphire speaking to Miranda. The car crash she experienced, it was Russell knocking George Dixon down. Sally and Justine were in the car. Justine was killed too. Sapphire makes contact with Steel and tells him to go to the mirror world. Both are in the shop, but separated by time. Steel and Sapphire are reunited. It seems time has split into two, a destroyed world and a normal world. Sapphire has worked it out. Time split at the point of the car crash. In one timeline, George Dixon lives. He works in the White House, and he was part of the nuclear war. In the other timeline, he is killed in the car accident. Result, no war. At the core is Sally, who made a deal with something. As she is aware of both time zones. Sapphire takes time back for Sally. Sally blows herself up when she ignites a gas pipe. Sapphire and Steel have failed. Sapphire now thinks it's all an illusion, and something is playing mind games with them. Their present investigation is mixed up with their past investigations. Sapphire and Steel find books containing all what they did and said. Steel comes into contact with something that talks to him after Sapphire vanishes. Has Steel been trapped in a prison? Well, there you go, folks. It's a very peculiar ending. You have to come to your own conclusions. You know, are they both trapped? Or is it just Steel that's trapped? And he's replaying the investigations over and over again. Very tricky. Very tricky indeed. So, there we go, folks. That ends this big marathon on the TV series and the audio stories of Sapphire and Steel. And I'll be moving on to something new. And in the meantime, as usual, have a great day. Catch you on the next one. Goodbye.